I am on the golf course of Leeds Castle. People from around the world and in the local community come here to play golf right in front of that lovely castle.
Welcome back to Bob's World. Today I met my friend Alex, who's from the area where Leeds Castle is, Kent. So he was telling me all about it, and it was amazing to hear his childhood stories.
This is a timeline of everything that has happened in Leeds Castle, along with some things found around the castle, some ancient artifacts, an iron key from the 14th century found in the moat. Also, here's a wardrobe book from Joan Navarre, who was imprisoned at Leeds Castle. Also a missile box, which was Anne Boleyn's gifted to Henry VIII, found around the castle.
Really? Oh, yeah.
A jacket used by Thomas Fairfax, one of the owners of the castle. And a silver toilet paper. Very nice. Let's go into the attic. Oh, look at this.
And then if you're thinking of the
Pocket watch. In late 1800s. The hoof inkwell.
which is, I kind of guess it's
For writing purposes. And look at this marvelous gown, which was worn by Lady Bale.
Okay.
You can really tell how
Okay, Melody.
magnificent she was. See some of the people that visited the castle. JFK. Behind me you can see the Gloriette and the clock tower, which leads to the rest of the castle. The Gloriette was actually built in the 13th century, but it was burned down in the 16th century. The clock tower was built in the 15th century, and really beautiful parts of the castle, as they were rebuilt in the 18th century and 19th century by later owners. Let's check out the rest of the castle. This is actually one of the oldest parts of the castle that is still surviving. The other parts were built up. This is where they would store food, and actually those stairs over there, they built them unevenly so when invaders would come in, they would try to trip them up. And even under siege, the food could store here under really long periods of time. Used to, I guess, kill someone on a horse, and these are different spears and pikes that were also used in battle. This is where the queens would have slept. This is the queen's room. Catherine of Aragon was the last of 6 queens to live in this castle before Joan of Navarre was imprisoned in this castle. And this would have been Catherine de Valois' room. It has been recreated to look in the style that it was back in the 1422 time by her husband, King Henry V. It's Christmas time, so it's a little lit up. This is the Queen's Gallery. The Gloriette was built and took its basic shape in 1278, but it would have been much smaller with stained glass windows. And if you can see behind me, this is King Henry VIII and his 3 children. Real marble statues, if you will, of Henry VIII, his daughter Mary, Elizabeth, and King Edward. This room, after Lady Bale died, was used as a courtroom and used for peace talks between Israel and Egypt for Camp David. And also, the Prime Minister, Tony Blair, had meetings, serious official meetings, here in 2004. This is a yellow bedroom, one of the many guest bedrooms that were used for famous guests such as Charlie Chaplin at Leeds Castle. In 1293, Edward I ordered that there be a chapel built at Leeds Castle in the memory of his wife, Queen Eleanor, who died in 1290. There have been renovations made by different owners of the castle. In later years, King Henry VIII ordered that a staircase be built in here, and so it was no longer used as a chapel. You can see now that it's been re-restored into a chapel like it initially was. This room would have been Lady Bale's bedroom. It was redesigned by Stephen Bodin to have everything specific to her desires. Reading lights and the wood paneling, everything was specific to everything that Lady Bale wanted. Back in the olden days, the Gloriette would have been used for castle apartments until the 1930s. This would have been Catherine of Aragon's bedroom, King Henry VIII's first wife. Later on, Lady Bale redesigned it, and this would have been her meeting room, where she dealt with day-to-day matters. And you can see behind me is a painting of her mother, Pauline Whitley. I'm gonna write a Christmas wish. I wish for health and happiness of my family and the next level of my career for me. This is the seminar room, which used to be the billiard room back in 1822. This is a picture of Lady Bale's sister, Josephine Paget, and her son, William. This is the yellow drawing room. Initially, it was the Wycombe Martins Library, and then it was redesigned by Rateau as a luncheon room. Later on, Lady Bale, in her exquisite style, had Bodin put in yellow silk paneling, which gives it the name today, the Yellow Drawing Room. This is the library that Lady Bale used, and this is a picture of Lady Bale and her daughters. Previously, this room would have been used by Wycombe as a dining room, but Lady Bale turned it into a library with over 3,000 books. This is the dining room. Look how exquisite it is with the crowning and tapestry.
Behind me are some black swans. Black swans are actually the symbol of Leeds Castle, and Lady Edith, when decorating the castle or when signing things, she would use the symbol of the black swan to symbolize Leeds Castle. There are two animals of the castle, specifically birds, that represent the castle. One of them, as I mentioned, is a black swan. The other is this beautiful peacock, a white peacock. I've never seen a white peacock. Look how beautiful it is. Hi, peacock. Oh, hello. Hi, how's it going? I am getting a loaded hot chocolate. This is the way they do it at Leeds Castle. They do special